Hare Krishna. Welcome to all devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatajam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continuing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13. Dhritarashtra quits home. Shloka number 10 and 11. Bhavatvida Bhagavataha
भवद्विधा भागवताः
Tirthabhutaha Swayam Vibho
तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो
Tirthi Kurvanti Tīrthāni
तीर्थीकुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि
Swa Antasthena Gadabhruta
स्वअन्तस्तेन गदाभृता
Apina Surudha Tata
अपि नः सुहृदः तात
Bandhavaha Krishna Devataha
बान्धवाः कृष्णदेवताः
Drishtaha Shruta va Yadavaha
दृष्टाः श्रुता वा यदवः
Swapuryam Sukham Asate
स्वपुर्यां सुखम् आसते
Bhavatvida Bhagavataha
भवद्विधा भागवताः
Tirthabhutaha Swayam Vibho
तीर्थभूताः स्वयं विभो
Tirthi Kurvanti Tīrthāni
तीर्थीकुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि
Swa Antasthena Gadabhruta
स्वअन्तस्थेन गदाभृता
Apina Surudha Tata
अपि न सुहृदः तात
Bandhavaha Krishna Devataha
बान्धवाः कृष्णदेवताः
Drishtaha Shrutava Yadavaha
दृष्टाः श्रुता वा यद्वः
Swapuryam Sukham Asate
स्वपुर्यां सुखम् आसते हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Bhavatveda Bhagavataha Tirthabhuta Swayam Vibho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthāni Swa Antasthena Kadapruta Apina Surudha Tata Bandhava Krishna Devataha Drushta Shruta Vayadavaha Swapuryam Sukham Asate. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण भवद्विधा भागवता तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो तीर्थी कुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि स्वान्तस्थेन गदाभृता अपि नः सुहृदः तात बान्धवा कृष्णदेवताः दृष्टः श्रुता वा यद्वः स्वपुर्यां सुखम् आसते
Puna Mataji, please read. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. My Lord, devotees like your good self are verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places into places of pilgrimage. My uncle, you must have visited Dvārakā. In that holy place are our friends and well-wishers, the descendants of Yadu, who are always wrapped in the service of the Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. You might have seen them or heard about them. Are they all living happily in their abodes? Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead is omnipresent by his diverse potencies everywhere. Just as the power of electricity is distributed everywhere within space, similarly, the Lord's omnipresence is pursued and manifested by his unalloyed devotees like Vidura. Just as electricity is manifested in an electric bulb, a pure devotee like Vidura always feels the presence of the Lord everywhere. He sees everything in the potency of the Lord and the Lord in everything. The holy places all over the earth are meant for purifying the polluted consciousness of the human being by an atmosphere surcharged with the presence of the Lord's unalloyed devotees. If anyone visits a holy place, he must search out the pure devotees residing in such holy places, take lessons from them, try to apply such instructions in practical life. and thus gradually prepare oneself for the ultimate salvation, going back to Godhead. To go to some holy place of pilgrimage does not mean only to take a bath in the Ganges or Yamuna, or to visit the temples situated in those places. One should also find representatives of Vidura who have no desire in life save and except to serve the personality of Godhead. The personality of Godhead is always with such pure devotees because of their unalloyed service, which is without any tinge of fruitive action or utopian speculation. They are in the actual service of the Lord, specifically by the process of hearing and chanting. The pure devotees hear from the authorities and chant, sing, and write of the glories of the Lord. Mahamuni Vyasdeva heard from Narada, and then he chanted in writing. Shukra Goswami studied from his father, and he described it to Parikshit. That is the way of Srimad Bhagavatam. So by their actions, the pure devotees of the Lord can render any place into a place of pilgrimage, and the holy place are worth the name only on their account. Such pure devotees are able to rectify the polluted atmosphere of any place, and what to speak of a holy place, rendered unholy by the questionable actions of interested person who try to adopt a professional life at the cost of the reputation of a holy place. The particular word Krishna, Devata, that is, those who are always wrapped in the service of Lord Krishna, is significant. The Yadavas and the Pandavas, who were always wrapped in the thought of the Lord Krishna and his different transcendental activities, were all pure devotees of the Lord, like Vidura. Vidura left home in order to devote himself completely to the service of the Lord. But the Pandavas and the Yadavas were always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna. Thus, there is no difference in their pure devotional qualities, either remaining at home or leaving home. The real qualification of a pure devotee is to become wrapped in the thought of Krishna favorably. That is, knowing well that Lord Krishna is the absolute personality of Godhead. Kamsa, Jarasandha, Shishupal, and other demons like them were also always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna, but they were absorbed in a different way, namely unfavorably, for thinking him to be a powerful man only. Therefore, Kamsa and Shishupal are not on the same level as pure devotees like Vidura, the Pandavas, and the Yadavas. Maharaj Yudhishthir was also always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna and his associates at Dvārakā. Otherwise, he could not have asked all about them from Vidura. Maharaj Yudhishthir was therefore on the same level of devotion as Vidura, although engaged in the state affairs of the kingdom of the world. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Am Sri Guroho Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Tarine Vancha Kalpatarubhecha Krupa Sindhube Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. We try to understand shloka number 10 and 11. In shloka number, they describe about the devotees like to whom Vidura. They like your good self are verily holy places personified. They compare to the personified holy places as Viduras, and they turn all places into the places of pilgrimage. This is told Yudhishthir Maharaj about the Vidura. And then next shloka, they uh, told about Vidura. Uh, they told that they visited, asking us so many questions. They visited Dvārakā and holy places also. How the friends and well-wishers, then descendants of the Yadus, all they are asking, and Vidura will answer ahead shlokas. Prabhuji will tell us in detail. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhya kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namo.
Hare Krishna. So,
Yeah, Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna.
Yudhishthira Maharaj has started his inquiry. And we saw that he has started inquiry after giving due respect to Vidura. So here we see that his inquiry is very, very specific. He first wanted to understand where all he traveled. And he definitely knew that he had traveled only on the Earth planet. And that is why in the previous shloka, he had specifically asked about where you traveled on the surface of the Earth. Kṣiti-maṇḍalam. So that word was very, very important when that question was asked. And then they are talking about tīrthāni, the holy places, and pilgrimage sites, and how the livelihood was maintained, and what all services was rendered. And then he is giving more information that many a times we are not able to go to the holy places, but you yourself, oh uncle, being a devotee, are holy places personified. The reason being, you're carrying the personality of Godhead in your heart. And so you turn all the places where you are into places of pilgrimage. And Yudhishthira Maharaj qualifies it further by stating, this is a fact because you have visited Dvārakā, where it's a holy place, where we have the friends and well-wishers, where you have the Yadu, that is, dependents of Yadu, who are always wrapped in the service of Lord Krishna.
Your aura is limitless.
So, you might have Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You might have seen them or heard about them. And you may be wondering whether it is happening there. And since he had gone there, he wants to know more, whether they are very happy in their abodes. So such wonderful inquiries. And all the questions are such that it will result into further discussions about Krishna. Krishna Katha. During discussions on the shlokas, Prabhupada ji explains to us repeatedly about violence and non-violence. So once he was giving the lecture, and he was telling that the audience out there, they were praising that, oh, you come from the land of non-violence, you come from the land of Mahatma Gandhi. And Prabhupada ji stopped him and said, any discussion which is not about Krishna is violence. So, we have to discuss only about Krishna if you are really interested in non-violence. That is what is most important. That is what Yudhishthir Maharaj is personifying out here via his questions, which are very clear, whose answers would directly lead to knowing more about Krishna and his activities. See, Krishna is present everywhere. He is omnipresent. He has so many potencies. So, like electricity, let us take an example of electricity. So, electricity is being generated at one place, stored at another place, distributed at third place. But this is what we materially see. But practically, electricity is everywhere. And that is why at times, many a times you may touch something and you will feel shock lag gaya. And in fact, scientists have now found a mechanism by which, without any wires, they'll be able to transfer electricity from the place of storage directly to the residence through the space. So power of electricity is everywhere. And this is a power. Who is the creator? Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So he is omnipresent. And his omnipresence is perceived, manifested by the devotees like Vidura. Just like whether electricity is working here right now or not, you all will know because the electric bulb is giving the light. So the bulb is manifesting the presence of electricity. Similarly, unalloyed devotees like Vidura manifest the omnipresence of Krishna. And the devotees themselves, they feel the presence of Krishna everywhere. They're able to see everything in the potency of Krishna and Krishna in everything. Because Krishna is there in the heart of everyone. And Krishna himself has told this to Arjuna when he has said, Hridaye Tishthati. So he says it very clearly. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Arudhani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, Arjun, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities once seated as on a machine made of the material energy. So Krishna is there. And devotees like Vidura, they actually realize Krishna. They are able to see Krishna everywhere. And this is especially felt in holy places. Like many times we talk about going to Dham. We have these yatras which are conducted. So those who are neophytes, they generally feel that once they go to a place, they have got the benefits. But no, the Dham, the holy place, cannot be seen by these material eyes. It has to be seen through the ears, Shravanam. So what has to be done when you go for the yatra is you have to search for pure devotees residing in such holy places. Take lessons from them. Try to apply such instructions in practical life and thus gradually prepare ourselves for ultimate salvation of going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anything less is vestige of this life which is received after so many efforts. Onam Janmanam. So going to Prayag for Mahakambha does not mean taking bath in Ganga only. Or going to any other place does not mean taking bath in, say, Ganga, Yamuna, or visiting the temple situated in those places. No. You should also find representatives of Vidura who have no desire in life except to serve Krishna. Krishna is always with such pure devotees because of their unalloyed service, because they don't have any fruitive actions or utopian speculations in them. They are actually examples of being servant of the servant of the servant. त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदाहरि. So such devotees, they are showing actual service by the process of hearing and chanting. So pure devotee hears from the authorities and chants, sings, writes glories of the Lord. Like Vyasdevji heard from Narada and then he chanted in writing. Shukdev Goswami ji studied from his father and then he described it to Parikshit Maharaj. So these actions of the pure devotees can render any place into a place of pilgrimage. And holy places are worth the name only on their account. Pure devotees are able to rectify the polluted atmosphere of any place. What to speak of holy place? Prabhupada ji, he went to America. And what was there? Hippism. And what came out? Happyism. So holy person, a pure devotee, he rectified the polluted atmosphere. So he can definitely create wonders. We are very lucky we are born in Bharatvarsha, where we have so many holy places. We just have to take up to the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seriously, wherein he has told us, Jare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. It is not at all difficult to simply tell everyone every day 8 p.m. we have Bhagavatam classes online. Share the link. Let them decide to join. Follow up. Going back to Godhead is not so easy. It has to be done by supporting each other. One person, one soul alone cannot go there. We all have to be together. At times someone may fall and the others will have to pick up. At times the other may fall and everyone else will have to pick up and continue on this journey for the ultimate objective, which is Krishna Prem. So Vidura, he has gone to Dvārakā. So the word Krishna Devata. So here that is significant because Krishna Devata means everyone who are in rapt service of Krishna. So whether it was Yadavas or Pandavas, they were always thinking about Krishna and his different transcendental activities. And so was Vidura. Vidura had left home to devote himself to the service of the Lord. But even at that time, he was always in the thought of Krishna. So there is no difference in the devotional qualities of, say, Yadavas, Pandavas, or Vidura. Because they were always thinking about Krishna, while the Yadavas were always wrapped in service of Krishna. So whether remaining at home or leaving home, the real qualification is to have thoughts of Krishna favorably. Knowing well that Krishna is the absolute personality of Godhead, the supreme truth. So many demons always used to always think about Krishna. Whether it be Ravana, whether it be Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Kaunsa, Jarasandha, Shishupal, they were always thinking about Krishna. But it was unfavorable. They were absorbed in an unfavorable manner, thinking him to be a powerful man only. So they were never devotees. So Prabhupada says that Kansa Shishupal are not on same level as pure devotees like Vidura, Pandavas and Yadavas. Just look at Yudhishthira Maharaj. When he is questioning, he is always thinking, even in these questions about Lord Krishna and his associates of Krishna. Otherwise, he would not have asked at all about them from Vidura. Vidura had gone to so many places, but particular place, only Dvārakā, that is being mentioned. So Maharaj Yudhishthir was on the same level of devotion as Vidura, though he was engaged in the worldly affairs. And that is what Prabhupada tries to explain to all of us. It does not matter which ashram we are in. What is important that we have to be in some ashram. Ashram means that we are completely doing our duty to the satisfaction of Krishna, not for our selfish desires. We cannot have any desires. Everything belongs to Krishna. So our only desire has to be to please Krishna, just like the gopis. At the moment we reach that level, we'll always be thinking about Krishna only. So even if we don't have deities at home, we have to ensure that we serve the deities through temple. Even if physically we are not able to serve, we can serve the deities in the form of Bhagavata, because Bhagavat is the book incarnation of Krishna. So we simply have to distribute the Srimad Bhagavatam sets or Bhagavad Gita, which is actually the song sung by Krishna, the Lord. And that is the way in which we can actually become successful and be able to please Krishna appropriately. This is the only requirement in bhakti, that you have full faith and you ensure that you are completely engaged in thoughts of Krishna. Whatever work you do, whatever activities you perform, give up all the results to Krishna and depend upon His mercy, His glance to help you to achieve what you have always desired. Nothing else is going to give us happiness, irrespective of whatever efforts we do. Only Krishna's satisfaction, Krishna's will is what matters. Nothing else matters. Hare Krishna.